Hello everybody. In this video, we'll try to understand what happens when Jupiter is sitting in the first house of your horoscope. First house is nothing but the Lagna house. So, in Vedic astrology, first house or the Lagna house is the most important house because it represents your physical body, your personality, and how people see you and your confidence level, and the kind of decisions that you make in your life is also depending upon your first house. And now Jupiter in Vedic astrology represents wisdom, not intelligence. Mercury is for intelligence, Mercury is for your academic knowledge, but Jupiter is not. Jupiter is not for intelligence, but it's for your wisdom, your knowledge, your optimism, your morality, your expansion, your prosperity. This is all Jupiter. Jupiter is your divine grace. How much divine grace you would have in your life depends upon the dignity of Jupiter in your horoscope. So when Jupiter sits in the first house, it acts like a lamp is placed at the entrance of your house, provided Jupiter is a functionally benefic planet for you. For some of the people, Jupiter is functionally malefic. Let us take Taurus ascendant. For Taurus ascendant, Jupiter is a functionally malefic because it is the lord of the 8th house Sagittarius. And as it is Sagittarius and Jupiter, that is Jupiter's duty performing sign, so that is called as Mula Trikona house. So basically it's a Mula Trikona sign for Jupiter. So it's going to be much more malefic for Taurus ascendant people. So for Taurus ascendant people, if Jupiter is sitting in the first house, what it means? It means it is going to give you a lot of problems related to your health. Since childhood, you would suffer from some health problems. They continue throughout your life. And you would suffer from some obesity. And if you want to come out of those problems, definitely you need to perform some remedies, like you need to visit Dakshinamurti temple, or you need to chant Jupiter mantra every day 108 times without any exception, right? 108 times is also less for you because Jupiter is a primary malefic for you. You may need to chant more every day. So the Jupiter in the first house is not a good placement for everybody. It's only good if it is not the lord of your 6th or 8th or 12th house. If it is the lord of 6th house or 8th house or 12th house of your horoscope, it means Jupiter is a functionally malefic planet, and that particular functionally malefic planet is sitting in your horoscope in the first house. It creates problems. It's not a positive sign for you. But of course, Jupiter aspects are good, whether it is a functionally malefic or functionally benefic. Jupiter sitting in the first house watches your 5th house, 7th house and 9th house. In those areas, you can do better in your life. You can do good in your life. Naturally. Right? So that is a fundamental thing. Now, I'm considering for all the, for the people for which this Jupiter is a functionally benefic. Right, a positive Jupiter I'm considering. With that, I can say Jupiter in the first house, when it is acting as a functionally benefic, it can radiate a lot of positivity, like a sunflower turning towards the sun. How beautiful it looks. Similarly, that kind of positivity it can radiate, and you can attract a lot of trust from others. So others feel safe sharing secrets, like sitting near a warm bonfire in winter, they feel when they interact with you. It's something like when Jupiter is functionally benefic and sitting in your horoscope in the first house, it's like someone, like a favorite teacher who makes everyone feel comfortable and inspired, is sitting with you, is guiding you throughout your life. That is the impact of Jupiter in the first house when it is acting as a functionally benefic. And you often have a natural sense of right and wrong because a functionally benefic Jupiter is sitting in the first house. Even without formal education, you generally carry an inner compass. It can guide you which is right and wrong. It's like a lighthouse guiding ships. you know. And you can help others make better decisions as well. You also can take better decisions in your life with benefic Jupiter in the first house. You observe the story of Mahabharata. Vidura is a character in the Mahabharata, right? Vidura wasn't a king, but was respected by all for his wisdom, you know. So a person with Jupiter in the first house has a similar aura of natural guidance. They can get very much good respect as only for, you know, Jupiter functionally benefic candidates, I am telling. So usually it can give you good health also, but of course a kind of you may have a tendency to gain some weight because Jupiter naturally it's a kind of bigger planet. So you may gain some weight, but it would not disturb you. It is a functionally benefic for you. But for functionally malefic candidates, Jupiter functionally malefic candidates, they suffer a lot because of obesity. And now you can get a lot of luck and opportunities if Jupiter is functionally benefic for your ascendant. So it's something like life brings you some helpful mentors, good teachers, supportive people. So you may fall down, of course. I'm not guaranteeing that you would never fall down in your life based on other planetary placements. You may fall down, but a functionally benefic Jupiter is sitting in your first house. You often rise again like a balloon released in the sky, you know, always floating upward. Getting it? That is the benefit of a functionally benefic Jupiter sitting in the first house. And you attract partners who value wisdom and morality, not some random people. And sometimes, if Jupiter is afflicted, I'm saying you, let us say Rahu, Ketu, or Saturn is watching your Jupiter, is something like you may become too self righteous or preachy. You preach everything for everybody. You start preaching. You give lectures like a teacher. You know, without listening, some people give lectures, right? You would become that if some malefic aspect is on your Jupiter. Even though Jupiter is functionally benefic, if Rahu or Ketu are watching it, or if it is on the Rahu Ketu axis, or Saturn is watching it, right? You would become a kind of teacher who always lectures without listening. And one more important thing is you would have some deep inclination towards dharma, philosophy, and spirituality. Because a functionally benefic Jupiter is sitting in the first house. And you may naturally trust God like a child holding a parent's hand without fear. It's a natural behavior. Whether outwards you may say so many things because of other placements, but your heart believes in God. And let's say your Jupiter is afflicted. Affliction, see, a maleficity is different, affliction is different. Maleficity means your Jupiter is the lord of 6th house or 8th house or 12th house. Then it is called as a malefic planet. Affliction means because some planet is watching it or your planet is present on the Rahu Ketu axis, then we say it is afflicted. So if Jupiter is even in enemy signs, then also it is called as a kind of affliction, a kind of problematic behavior, right? So when Jupiter is sitting in the enemy signs like Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo, right? These are all a kind of enemy signs. In that Jupiter is not so comfortable. Or if it is in conjunction with malefics like Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, if it is in conjunction with these planets, then you can clearly say Jupiter is afflicted. It's not, affliction means its energy is reduced. It cannot perform to its level. Then what happens? The kind of, mismatch, a kind of overconfidence. You would show some kind of arrogance, something like I know everything. You see Jupiter Rahu conjunction people in the initial days of their life, they behave like they know everything, and they argue with anybody, and they may have some blind faith also throughout their lives, because Jupiter is afflicted here. It has gone something wrong, kind of. right? His nature has gone wrong because of this affliction. So you may have some blind faith or being misled by fake gurus. You would go to some fake gurus and you would listen to them and you follow that only throughout your life. Some kind of weight issues because Saturn is watching it or Rahu Ketu are watching it, and sometimes Mars aspect is also not so comfortable, right? Because Mars, whether functionally benefic or malefic, its aspects are always bad. 4, 7, right? 8. So weight issues or liver related health problems you would see as your Jupiter is afflicted, and you would suffer from some laziness, kind of excessive optimism without action. That is laziness. That's that kind of laziness uh, you would be impacted with. And what kind of remedies you should follow for Jupiter, a malefic Jupiter in the first house, or a kind of afflicted Jupiter in the first house. If your Jupiter is afflicted, then you should give some strength, of course. But if your Jupiter is malefic, you should chant some Jupiter mantras. So the first thing is Jupiter. So now your Jupiter is in the first house, and let us say it is a malefic planet, sixth lord or eighth lord or 12th lord. So you would suffer all these things like obesity, you would have some wrong decision making, you would have some health problems throughout your life. Then definitely you need to chant Jupiter mantra every day 108 times without skipping. It's very important for you. And you better fast on Thursdays or eat only one day. Means one half of the day, right? Night you do fasting. That's a better thing. If your Jupiter is a functionally malefic, means if it is the lord of the 6th house or 8th house or the 12th house. And also you need to donate chana dal or banana, the yellow things, on Thursdays to somebody so that the negativeness of Jupiter is reduced. Let us say your Jupiter is a functionally benefic, but it is not having enough strength. Then you need to give strength to your Jupiter. Then you need to add yellow things to your life. You should not donate in that case. You should add them. Like you better eat the yellow things. Eat chana dal. Wear yellow clothes. That gives you strength. That adds you that the strength to your mindset. Right? So if your Jupiter is weak, you need to add the yellow things to your life. And if Jupiter is malefic, you need to chant the mantras, the Jupiter mantras. You need to worship Lord Vishnu. You need to worship Dakshinamurti on Thursdays or Dattatreya. Some people also do puja for Sai Baba. They consider Sai Baba as their guru. Right? So you need to offer your respect to your gurus. You should never hurt your teachers. You should never hurt your, teacher kind of figures in your life. Whoever is giving you guidance, you should not hurt them. Right? So some behavioral remedies are also required, like you should avoid arrogance or preaching unnecessarily. You check yourself. Are you giving some kind of preaching or unnecessarily all the time? You're thinking that you know everything and you're just preaching all this to everybody, right? Just observe your behavior, because you would suffer from that arrogance and you try to think that you know everything and you start telling that you know everything and you preach all those, whatever. Even if you don't know, you try to preach, right? This is the kind of abnormal behavior because of the malefic Jupiter. But sometimes afflicted Jupiter can also give this kind of behavior. Share knowledge freely, teach without expectation if you have true knowledge, right? So that is another thing that you need to do. Teaching some poor children, right? If you know some subject, you better teach it to poor children for free. Then that will add strength to your Jupiter. Even that can actually, instead of Of course, teaching can add some kind of strength to your knowledge. At the same time, if your Jupiter is malefic, definitely you teach somebody if you know the subject freely, right? Jupiter is negative means you need to give away some Jupiterian things so that the maleficity would be reduced. That is the idea here. So you can teach them if you know the subject freely without taking money, and stay honest in your financial dealings as well, because Jupiter can punish dishonesty. And donate yellow clothes if your Jupiter is malefic. Donate turmeric. Donate chana dal on Thursdays, right? And also, your teachers and priests, whenever you see a priest, donate something to him if your Jupiter is malefic, right? Your Jupiter is afflicted, or if it is weak, then you need to add yellow things to your life. It's not about donation now, right? You got the difference between affliction and maleficity. When it's afflicted or weak, then you need to add yellow things to your life. When it is malefic, you need to give away some yellow things to somebody. So, also, if you want to strengthen your Jupiter, you better wear yellow gemstones, but only after checking your horoscope, right? And then better you keep a clean forehead, because Jupiter rules the forehead region generally. And these are some of the best remedies that you have. So Jupiter, when it is functionally benefic, it's like having a wise grandfather living in your house and guiding you. It's kind of light in your life, right? So even Jupiter is malefic and sitting in your first house, if you do the remedies, then he blesses you with guidance, luck and dignity. So if you ignore it, Jupiter is a malefic and it is sitting in the first house, and if you're ignoring it, then it's a kind of problem. You'll become stubborn, you give some stubborn lectures, you argue, and then you feel suffocated finally. That is the only thing, because of the malefic Jupiter and you're ignoring it. So thanks for watching this video. Overall, Jupiter functionally, if it is functionally benefic, if it is sitting in the first house, it's one of the greatest placements, I would say. Thanks for watching this video.